All right. Well, that was an interesting game because I actually, even despite opening with as bad a hand as I did, I still made it a 2-point game. That I'm pleased. I'm pleased with that.
And Kalemne
However,
decided.
I've learned some things about your deck that are going to affect my decisions going into this game.
Alright, you want to go first?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Okay. Ooh. This. No.
This
No,
crap again?
I can't actually keep this hand. Nope. Okay. Taking a mulligan. This I can keep, though. Yeah, I can keep this one. I shouldn't keep this one, now that I'm looking closer at it, but I'm going to keep this one.
Why do I have a feeling that... Wait a second. Oh, but that's not a... Oh, I don't like this hand. I'm gonna mulligan.
Okay.
Okay, this hand looks much better. Okay, this is a much better hand, and I'm gonna keep a much better looking hand. Let us begin.
I wish that I had an
And we're going to
figure.
begin. I am going to put down a swamp. I'm going to tap it, and I'm going to cycle the Barrenmoor.
Okay.
When Barrenmoor hits the graveyard, I draw a card.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to end my turn now.
Alright, my move. Ooh, one of my lower drop creatures. Cool. I'm going to put down a Boros Guildgate, and I'm going to pass.
I don't think... Oh, right. I have to actually put my life at the correct spot. Okay. Now we're ready. Yoink. Okay, now what up, brother? My swamp untaps. Let's put down a plains, and I'm going to... yes, I'm going to pay 2 to cast the Underworld Coinsmith.
Okay, then.
See, I was on the fence about casting him for a second because he's enchantment type, and you want Daxos to be on the field first, but I can't put him out first if it's only the second turn of the game.
I'm going to put down a Lightning Greaves.
Oh. That freaking sucks for me. Okay. So that's how it's going to be, huh? You want to speed right in action with your fancy dancing shoes? I'm going to put down a plains, and I'm going to pay 3 to cast Daxos the Returned.
Okay.
However, Daxos the Returned himself is not enchantment type, so
Right.
Underworld Coinsmith does not trigger. However, the Underworld Coinsmith is able to attack this turn because I've controlled him continuously since the start of this turn. So I'm going to swing
I'll
into you
take
for
2.
2. Brilliant. Let's go to your turn.
Alright. Ooh. I hope I get to see more of those. Okay, I'm going to put down a plains, and then I'm going to spend 3 in order to cast the Taurine Mauler.
Oh, not this guy.
So, Mr. Cloud,
Yeah.
are you going to start paying my taxes or what?
You know, what Torian Mahler is going to do is it's going to motivate me to just keep spamming Daxos the Return's ability.
Yes.
The problem is, though, is I have to cast at least one spell so I can start getting my fucking enchantment creatures. That's pretty funny. Huh. Uh-huh, he said. I'm going to put down a plains. Jesus. This kind of... I mean, I know what I'm supposed to do next. I'm supposed to stop you from getting set for success here. Which is why I'm going to, or should I? Should I just keep setting? No, because I can kill that fucking thing at any time. That's right. All right. I mean, I know I don't have an answer for your Torian Mauler right now. I'm gonna pay 4 to cast the Fate Unraveler.
Okay. Torian Mauler gains a 1/1 counter.
Yep, because that happens on the stack. And what also happens on the stack is I get an experience counter because I casted an enchantment type spell.
Mm-hmm.
And now now the stack resolves. Fate Unraveler hits the battlefield, which means that the Underworld Coinsmith triggers.
Yep, I lose a life.
So I gain a life. Beautiful. And now Fate Unraveler effect applies whenever you draw a card, you take 1 damage.
Oh. Sorry, I don't lose a life yet. I have to wait on my draw for that.
Oh, you will. I'm gonna end my turn now.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. After I draw, lose a life. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put down a plains. Next, I'm going to spend 4 in order to cast Kalemne, Disciple of Iris.
Nice.
Unfortunately, Fate Unraveler does have 4 health. But you know, I'm still going to equip my Lightning Greaves onto... I'm going to still equip my Lightning Greaves onto Kalemne.
Alrighty.
That is awesome. I'm never going to be able to cast it. Alright, with that I will pass.
I see. Probably the wise decision that you didn't make Kalemne vulnerable to being destroyed, because he, as intimidating as he is, he starts off relatively weak with only 3 toughness. Put down a swamp for the land play. Now what? Freaking dumb cards. I don't want to cast dumb cards. I have to develop my board ASAP. Which is why I'm going to use a white source. I'm going to cast the Seal of Cleansing.
Okay.
So when I cast Seal of Cleansing, get an experience counter. Seal of Cleansing enters the battlefield. I gain a life. Now I'm going to pay 3 to empty my mana. I'm going to use Daxos to get my, what is now a 2/2 spirit token.
Yep. Oh, and a Torian Mauler gains a counter.
Right, because this bastard is going to be something of a spotlight stealer for the rest of this game, because that's what Torian Mauler does, is if you don't get rid of him right away, you're never going to take your eye off of him.
Alright, I lose 1 life. I'm just not sure. Ooh. I don't remember if that forces you into combat, though. I don't think it does. Okay. So, I'm going to spend 2 in order to cast the Boros Signet.
Oh, there it is. There's the mana source.
And then I'm going to put down a Boros Garrison, bouncing this plains back to my hand.
Even better. Nice.
6. Yeah, that's good. Unfortunately, because Boros Garrison enters tapped, I can't do the other thing that I wanted to do, but I want to save this for later anyway. Mostly because it's a bit confusing. Yeah, alright, I will end.
Okay. Well, how about some more mana over here? Thank you for the mana. The Command Tower.
Which means you can add either a black, a blue, or a colorless. No, it's just black or blue, right?
Just black, black or white, Mr. Gerdat. Black or white.
Black or white.
Your application to the U.S. Air Force is now seriously in question. I'm going to pay 3 for 2 white sources. I'm going to cast the Aura of Silence.
Ooh, okay.
What we have here is one of the most interesting and reactionary stack sequences among games that we played here at Rock Rabbit Commentaries, because two things happen on the stack, and one thing happens after the stack is resolved. Torian Mahler gets a counter, I get another experience counter, and then when Aura of Silence hits, then I gain a life.
Okay.
Oh, but that's not all. I am going to pay 3, and I'm going to create another spirit token.
Okay.
And I got a couple 3/3 boys in my disposal here. And on top of that, the Aura of Silence increases the cost of enchantment or artifact spells that you cast.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to end the turn.
Oh, you don't want to swing with me with a token?
No, I don't want to swing with you with a token. You have a freaking 3/3 double strike.
Well, I'm about to kill all of your tokens then, Mr. Cloud. I'm gonna put down
Is it
a
with
plains.
an enchantment or artifact type card?
Um,
Wait, no, you're not. No, you're not. Fuck that. Nah. No, sir. Seal of Cleansing.
Okay.
Kill the Signet.
And this is not an instant, right? Yeah, that is not an instant. Oh, wait. When are you triggering that ability?
Freaking as early as possible, of course.
Okay, so let us assume that you did that during my untap step then. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. Damn.
If it makes you happy.
So, I don't remember. Do you remember if each qualifies as targeting?
No. Instances of the word each if an effect says like apply a condition to each target. No, I mean each. Okay, well, does it use the word target?
No, it does not.
Okay, so that means it does not target.
Okay. All right. In that event, what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna spend 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order to cast Fumiko the Low Blood.
Nice.
Now, I have another rulings question, Mr. Cloud.
Okay, and what is the rulings question?
Does Fumiko force you into combat?
Well, let me precede that question with another question based on the order of events this turn. Did you take a damage when you drew a card?
I did not. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, now with Fumiko, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Does Fumiko push you into combat during your turn?
Fumiko says creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able. So, for example, if there were abilities on the board that said end your turn, then she doesn't apply. If none of my creatures are able to attack, for example, if they're tapped or if they have effects on them that say they can't attack, then they can't attack. But otherwise, yes, Fumiko would force me to go into combat.
Alright. I don't actually think that's how that's supposed to work. I'm pretty sure that you can, just not enter your combat state during your main phase 1 and end your turn. Alright. So, with that, I will end.
I see you. Okay, so you're gonna try to kill some of my dudes then, huh? Okay. We'll see where this goes. What the hell is this? Oh. Okay, fine. New Benalia.
Okay.
When it enters the battlefield tapped, and when it enters the battlefield, I scry by looking at the top card of my deck. I don't like this card. This card's going on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. That's done. I have 6 mana at my disposal, which means this is probably going to be my last chance to use Daxos for a little while, because you're probably going to block him and cause him to die. We'll see about that. That's very interesting. Damn, dude. That you would think that would be the best move though, because I have exactly 6 mana right now, and they're the right color composition. Because the thing about the spirit, you want to, with Daxos, you want to invest in as many spirits as possible, as early as possible, so then you spend the rest of the game just developing those spirits by casting enchantment spells. And what is the alternate? The alternate is I could do that, which also would be advantageous at this time. Maybe. Man, this is a tough one. Well, I gotta think of the long-term repercussions here. Yeah. No. But that's gonna keep attack. Well, I tell you what, you're definitely not gonna want to block this bitch. I'm gonna pay 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast the Banshee of the Dread Choir.
All right.
So the Banshee of the Dread Choir has 4 toughness, meaning you cannot easily get rid of this one, except of course with the Taurian Mauler. It has a useless Myriad ability, which is, you know, now the shoe's on the other foot. Now I don't have any other opponents than you to, you know, fully expound on my Myriad. But it also has, whenever it deals combat damage to you, you discard a card.
Right.
Which I reckon, because you got 4 cards in your hand, you might not want to lose any of them. Now, because I have to, I'm going to declare every other creature I control as an attacker this turn, and swing into you for 13.
Alright, moving to declare blockers, I'm going to have Kalemne block one of the spirit tokens, and I'm going to have Taurian Mauler block the Fate Unraveler. Oh, right, Taurian Mauler also gains a 1/1 counter because Banshee was cast.
Correct, okay. And then, so you're going to block 3 damage, you're going to block 6 damage, so that means 7 damage is going to your life points.
Yeah.
Including Daxos, so you stand to take commander damage this turn. Okay, so let's do that. Damage step. I lose the Fate Unraveler and a Spirit token, and you take 7 damage.
Yep.
Super. Okay. And now I'm going to end my turn.